Hey, let's got here, and it's time to talk about the Tower of God episode. And this was probably the best episode so far, and I'm so glad some of the old characters from season one are back, especially Khun. And I have to say, they had me in the first half here. I was like, he has to know, right? There's no way he doesn't know. This is Khun, right? There's no way. But then in the second half, I was like, damn, Khun is back. And that was an awesome way going about this revenge story. I also liking the shenanigans with the group that we have gotten used in season 2. But anyway, let's get into this episode and talk about it. We see a bit of flashbacks here back in season 1, things that we didn't see from a different perspective, how Bam was talking to Androsi there, and Kun kind of overhearing and overseeing that conversation there, and Bam thanking Kun for everything, helping him, being there for him, and so on. But that was also kind of the same feelings that Kun had towards Bam. In a way, Bam saved Kun also, giving him somebody to care for, a friend, considering his past there, which I also have a lot of questions about Kun's past, his family, even more after this episode, which we're gonna get to that here. And get the full confirmation that yes, Kun and the others don't know that Bam is alive. They just know this fog slayer has entered the field, so to say. And we see a lot of the episode is focused on Kun here and his own plans, trying to recruit this guy Edin Dunn, the scout, which I kind of liked his personality here, but I don't think he had any idea who he was dealing with. They make this bet here for Kun to recruit him, having him to escape this room here, but of course he's played like a fiddle in Kun's palm, and he ends up joining there, being fooled completely. And they're looking for silver fish, which I don't know exactly what that is, but it's probably gonna be revealed a bit later on here. So I'm liking characters like this, just Machiavellian type of characters, scheming, planning, tactics, strategies, and Kun more than fits that bill here. He was always the brain of the operations, even back in season 1, and it felt like Edin had the speed force there when he ran first time, but then he gets a dose of tranquilizer. Yeah, that was very easy here, but after that the episode takes a very interesting turn. I didn't expect Rachel to be here, and she is with Kun, and they felt very close together, to say the least. Kun was taking care of her, babying her, comforting her, keeping her safe here, which we're gonna get to that. I'm like, when that scene happened, I'm like, he has to know what's happening here. There's no way Kun doesn't know what Rachel did, or at least she was involved or something. There's no way he believes she's this innocent goody two-shoe girl victim and so on. I wanted to slap her so much. Fuck you, Tracer. I was about to say Tracer, but no, Rachel here. We're gonna get to that. Now, what I liked was the recruitment process. After that, Novik, one of the new characters, standing over Edin while he woke up, telling him the situation, what to do, how to deal with Rachel or Rachel, however you wanna call her, and so on, giving him the lay of the land here. But back to Rachel, she needs an Oscar. Like, she definitely needs an Oscar here. She can pretend like it's insane. She was keeping up the act so far, still not being able to walk, pretending to have dreams, nightmares about losing Bam and getting attacked. I'm like, this bitch is lying so much. The audacity of this bitch. And I'm like, ah. Hey, she's a great character, meant to be hated. I like her as a character, but also hate her at the same time, which makes her a great character, giving emotions, something to feel about a character like this. It's very, very great here, and you see Kun there, helping her, supporting her, and so on, being there for her. I'm like, okay, he has to know. Come on, don't leave me hanging like this. He has to No. But before we get to that, we're introduced a bit to some of the teammates from Khun's team. They're Apple, Michael, Getang, I'm sorry if I'm gonna butcher names, Ran. Them also looking for Androrsi and Anak are gonna be present probably in the future also here, and they decide to determine who is the strongest in the group, kind of have some ranks together there. And I liked the Yamcha reference. Eddie gets smacked instantly by Novik. Yamcha posed there. And Novik kind of has this rivalry with Ran. He always wants to fight him. That's why he's even in the team. But he can never quite actually beat him. But we'll see how strong they actually are. Ran and Novik seem like very powerful characters. But I'm curious how do they compare to Bam, of course, and to the others from the Wangnan group here, especially Kang. We saw him with the devil arm there. Gonna be interesting. I'm curious if they're gonna clash, how exactly. I have so many questions. I'm so glad Khun is back. This was probably the best episode in season 2 so far. But back to the Oscar performance from Rachel. After Khun leaves the room, she finally drops the act. She thinks she kind of overestimates herself a bit too much, to say the least. She felt free after doing that, but it's revealed that Khun knew. I'm like, thank you, thank you. If it went the way of, yeah, nobody knows and everything is going according to her plan, I was gonna be actually mad if Khun didn't know. I felt so much relief there and validation, say, yeah, of course he knew, of course he knew. We see him spying on her, knowing, and he felt so cold in that moment that he even get the flashback revealing it to Shibisu that Rahel was the one that killed Bam and faking her wounds on the legs there. And later on in the others, I do hope we get to see the directors from season 1, also the rankers. The universe feels very, very big. I have a lot of questions, of course, here. But Khun is also kind of using this to keep the group united around Bam's death, like keep the morale, not split them up and so on. Kind of like this, but I also think it's gonna explode in his face at some point here concerning Rachel here. But he also wants to use her to find out who was involved more into what happened to Bam, because he knows it wasn't just her here to say the least, especially with the circumstances, what happened, how it happened, how everything led up to this point. You can feel there's more happening here. And Rachel, while she's a piece of shit, she's not the bigger villain of the series, so to say, here. But after this, the fun moment, we see the rankings. Novi got shirts for all of them. Some of them are smaller for the main group here. But I love the scene so much, especially the voice here where Khun was telling them, hey, we're gonna take the test to climb the tower, and revealing his goals, or at least one of his goals here. Climb the tower and become the head of the Khun family, especially considering his past, what happened, him getting betrayed. Still have a lot of questions with those circumstances and everything that happened here, and he wants to dethrone Khun Eduan, the current head of the family. And this feels like convoluted, but also very cold and calculated revenge plot or plan, however you want to call it. He wants to protect Rachel. He even tells all of them, be kind to her, befriend her, keep her safe, but don't get attached to her. Be ready to betray her at a moment's notice. And seeing that how much he hates her, how far he's willing to go for this revenge, I love it. I love it. I like schemes, planning, manipulations, things like this so much from characters. I'm curious how it's gonna play out, but yeah, Rachel thinks she's in control, but she has no idea what's happening here. So I'm so happy Khun is back. He's one of the best characters in the series so far, and feels awesome having finally seeing what the characters from season 1 have been up to here, and can't wait to get more of that. But back in the group from season 2, Wang and the others, they're okay there. They started teasing Eva about Viola or Bam being better at cooking than her. She's still very suspicious, and in the background I like the chibi moment with Miseng and Prince doing workout, looking at the TV there, and she decides to go spy on Bam while he was out shopping. But somebody is pretending to be Bam and doing dumb shit. He gets put in his place there, and yeah, Eva, I think she's gonna get a new perspective on Bam here. So overall, awesome episode, probably the best episode we have gotten in season 2. Kind of shows that while I like Wang, the new character that season 2 seems to be focused on, like some of the others also, I honestly do like the characters from season 1 more here, and I didn't realize how much I've missed them until this episode here. But yeah, really curious what you guys thought about this episode. Let me know in the comments below what I think about Khun and Rachel, how the relationship is here, and the revenge plot that we're gonna have, and what do you think Khun is gonna do, what his reaction is gonna be when he finds out that Bam is alive. Of course, let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. Khun is back, let's go. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Bye bye.